the start of this year's Kyoto Summit just 3 hours away, the delegates from the participating countries are beginning to arrive at the conference center.
Hello? Oh, it's you, Girion.
What are you doing? What are you touching?
Nothing. I just my elbow hit it.
Yeah. Listen, you want to touch that? Gotta wear the gloves. As promised, the MSX2 version of Snatcher.
The MSX2 version of Snatcher was the second version ever released in 1988, and it trailed the PC 8801 version, which was on 5.25 discs only by about 2 or 3 weeks.
And this one, as we'll see here, is
yes, it
3.5.
3.5, and sound the cartridge.
Alrighty.
Let's crack it open.
Here we go. Alright, so inside right away we get the Konami label, which we're assuming was probably maybe originally the security seal to keep it sealed, and very nice Konami logo here raised up.
Just in case we didn't know who made the game. No problem. Alright, so as per usual, we got some advertisements for various games. Baseball game, some kind of shooter, the making of Gradius 3.
And the second sheet in here, which I fully admit I have no idea what this says.
Mike, please do the honors of the delegate's
Alright.
instruction book.
We'll be very gentle with this, folks, as this is, we're getting like 22 years old now, and it's something I've gotten in mint condition here. So, give it a little bit of a raise, as everyone kind of cringes as they're watching this. There we go.
Alright, so here's an awesome, an awesome old school instruction book, black and white. It's got the Snatcher logo and tears away from what we're assuming is skin, and that reveals some working mechanics underneath.
Basically, when you start up Snatcher, that's what happens in the title screen. The metal kind of scratches away and you see it underneath. It's a pretty cool effect for the time.
Very ominous, so hold on and you can flip.
Alrighty.
Okay, Metal Slave, as you can see there, is actually he was the supervisor of the PC-88 and MSX2 version of Snatcher.
Alright, so let's flip through here and show off just a few of the more interesting pages.
Back there, very briefly, we saw both pictures of a 5.25 and a 3.5 disc. So, and here's an awesome calendar.
Yes, the 2042 calendar. So the year the Snatcher takes place. A nice little touch.
Just in case you needed to know exactly what was going on and when it was going on.
Some concept art as well.
Here's
and the big one.
Yeah, this is something that blew our minds. Now, it's no secret that Hideo Kojima, besides being a pervert, is a huge movie buff, and Snatcher draws heavily from several movies. Funny boy that makes the origami stuff at the end leaves a little origami figure.
That's right. So a huge Blade Runner reference there. We'll scroll in some more details.
Crazy surfing and flying horses and stuff. This is fantastic, the amount of information they put into it. Like, this is a lucky person that bought this on their way home in the subway. They would be able to read all this in their, their huge time spent getting back.
Here's some more excellent details here. And I always stress this, the Japanese really knew what to do with an instruction booklet. Like, here in North America, we basically got a book that told us what the run and the jump button do, and that was pretty much it. Here we have concept art and details, something that you see in Snatcher for about a minute and a half of the entire game. And here's like a whole page of details on them. So we're only through. There's Metal Gear and Little John. What?
And the Junker's gun, the blaster, whatever it's called, the turbo cycle, and just more things, locations where guests, whatever, format.
Marilyn Monroe picture there in the Sega CD version that was changed to Madonna.
Contemporary shit. Alright, so it looks like we're getting into characters.
The characters now.
Pretty well conceived characters, great art, and there's pretty much one that we're going to pay attention to, which is on the next page, I believe.
Yeah, so here's the very controversial. The Snatcher is known for its controversy, mainly because it's a very graphic use of violence, but Hideo Kojima, as we mentioned, is a bit of a perv. In the Sega CD version, they made her 18, but in the original version in Japan, she is only 14 years old.
You pervert!
Yeah, Hideo Kojima is an absolute pervert. And in the original version, there's actually 2 frames of animation that's missing from all subsequent versions, which really ties heavily into why they shouldn't have been shown, especially if she was 14.
But we still love you, Hideo. We still love you. The controversy and all.
He just likes to watch young women take showers and surprise them and then get soaked. So that's his thing. And
there's some more characters. Random Hagil, which is a direct homage to Rutger Hauer's character in Blade Runner.
Also to Sting's character in Dune, the horrible early 80s movie.
And we got Gillian and Jamie and What Says Love, rather than Amnesia and Separation.
For 50 years.
Yeah.
And at the end here, this is the American cover art, and this little white globe down here is Metal Gear, which I never knew initially. And then here's the comic that is available in the other versions, and here it's presented in black and white in its original language. That's something we're sure you've seen, and that's pretty much it for this really, really extensive instruction book. Over here, we have the actual game, which came as promised on 3.5 discs.
Yeah, these are, I'm sure some of our younger viewers may not even have seen these before. This is slide open data on the disc. Again, extremely amount of detail, Konami logo, Snatcher logo on the discs. Fantastic job on all of these.
And over here, which was very unique to the MSX, was a dependency on a sound cartridge. So the PC-88 version came on 5.25 discs and didn't require one of these because the PC-88 didn't need one. And even though this is kind of like the canon version of the old school Snatcher, the PC-88 version was apparently slightly better in certain aspects. But you know what, getting a cartridge and discs, that's pretty cool. So
I'm glad we actually were able to show you this. I believe there are videos on YouTube which show you what the MSX version looks like when you play it, but I believe we are the first ones to actually show you in the flesh the actual retail version.
Absolutely. Well, at least in terms of the video, as junkerhq.net has pretty much, if you guys ever want to see anything Snatcher oriented, if it exists, not only do they have it on their site, but they have detailed pictures of everything. So kudos to
Close
them.
it up.
And so one thing.
Show the back here.
So here you go, really cool. You see we got a nice landscape of the city, some of the key characters, some of them You know, we know there's Harry, Metal Gear, Gillian, Mika, and Random.
There's a lot of people complain games are too expensive nowadays. I like to point out this is the cheapest games have ever been. Here it is. In 1988, it was 9,800 yen, which is just over $100 US, and that was back in '88. So,
we're very blessed that we can get launch games for in the vicinity of $50. Well, guys, hope you enjoyed it. We're really looking forward to one day getting our hands on PC-88 and then maybe getting our hands on the companion piece for MSX, which is Super Deformed Snatcher. All right.
All right, thanks again, guys, for joining us, and I hope we were able to show you something very unique that no one else has ever shown you before. All right, folks, as I said before, only what I own. Here's my Snatcher collection. I got the PC Engine, the soundtrack, Saturn, Pilot Disc, PlayStation, Sega CD, MSX2, and the art book. Terrence, come on, we gotta finish the Snatcher episode. This is fantastic.
Oh, yes!
Here are your gloves.
Oh, dude, I can't
Let's
wait to
finish this
see.
off.
Oh, man, I can't wait to get my rubber gloved hands on the PC-88 version.
Oh.
And it's like SD Snatcher as well. How did you get those off eBay? I've been looking forever. All right, okay, so hold on. We got PC Engine soundtrack, the other Japanese ones, like CD. So, it's the MSX2 version. That's still cool. The art book. All right, so where's the big reveal, man? Like, seriously? Is it like hiding or something?
Well,
come on, Big Mike. Where is it?
MSX2.
We unboxed that shit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the Pilot Disc. Man, that's pretty rare.
Yeah, I've seen all this stuff. Dude, where's the PC-88 version?
Well, see.
Really? What about SD Snatcher?
Oh, yeah, kind of. Maybe missing that one too.
You don't even have the trading cards.
Yeah, forgot about those.
You know what? This one's quite comfortable for sure. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Sounds like
I hate you. Call me back when it's time to do this shit right. You don't even have the calendar! Asshole.
This isn't over. Lit over.
Damn snatchers.